amazing. Yeah, because we are here and we are gonna talk about the police, the pigs, the cops, everywhere, anyhow, however you want to say it. I mean, this is kind of what it is, right? The police. Now, there's a whole bunch of memes and things about the police, meaning like F the police or NW. What's NW? I can't say that word. But these guys made a song, you know? It's like F the police. And it was like super in Brooklyn in the 1980s, 1990s. Yeah, straight out of Brooklyn. You know, all these guys, Dr. Dre and all that, Ice-T, whatever, that type of thing, Eminem and all of that. So if you're just tuning in, well, you know that we are going to talk about the police. You might be thinking like, oh, thank you for that, Sai. What's going to happen with the police, Piper? Well, I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen with the police because depends on what infractions you committed. What did you do to the police? This is all about what you did or what you didn't do. I mean, it really depends. And if you're like, oh my God, Piper, you got a light on your face. Yes, I do. I got a police light on my face. But don't worry, I'm not being arrested right now. We're not filming my incarceration. No. What we are doing is we're going to talk about police. Like, I mean, everybody has had some interactions with the police. Now, some of them went good, some of them not good. Sometimes you call them, sometimes they come, but you don't call them. You know, it's not like that. That happens. So you tell us, let's open this podcast because while you wait for your electric vehicle to charge or for, I don't know, your wife to get out of prison, well, we are here to entertain you and to talk about electric vehicles. Meaning that if you've had some interactions with the police, it would be time to tell us a little bit of the story because we like stories here. That's what this podcast is all about. Mainly stories. Richard Heckley has just tuned in. Hey, Richard. Carl. What's up, Carl? We also have Hack of All Trades and Snoopy SN100. The green M&Ms. Some people like the green M&Ms. Which are your favorite M&Ms? Sai, do you have a favorite M&M?
I like the chocolate ones that also have a brown covering because it makes me think, oh, chocolate. And I love chocolate.
So you taste more the chocolate?
It's a placebo. It's not real. But yeah, that's how I used to pick out all the chocolatey ones when I was little. I don't eat them anymore, but yeah, that's my favorite.
That's your favorite. And it has to be chocolate. So nothing inside. No peanut butter, no pretzel, no nothing?
Peanut butter is fine. Never pretzel. It's not. It just doesn't. When I'm eating M&Ms, I want that dessert experience.
Oh. So sweet Pretzels, and salty, not a thing?
I'm not a fan of pretzel in general. So that's why.
Not a fan of pretzel, people. Not a fan of pretzel. Hey, Max Power. Thanks for tuning in. Chris Pankich. What's up? Don't worry, we're just talking about green M&Ms. I mean, there's a whole bunch of types of M&Ms, and no police officer has ever, I guess, arrested you for eating M&Ms. So you should be fine. I love M&Ms in my popcorn. If you think it's illegal, well, just arrest me. Because I just love M&Ms in my popcorn. But they have to be the peanut M&Ms, but not peanut butter. Literal nuts, like peanut. Now, when we talk about police and electric vehicles, so why police hates EVs? Does that mean that you're going to get more tickets if you got an EV, Piper? Well, that's what we'll see in this podcast. I know it's going to be super interesting. Carl says he prefers the almond M&Ms.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah, Sai agrees.
I love almond.
Well, because almonds are already so sweet, right?
Yeah, but don't you just love the taste of burnt almond in chocolate?
Burnt almonds and chocolate?
Yeah, slightly burnt taste, like roasted, and with chocolate, it's so good, especially dark chocolate.
Especially dark chocolate, why? When you become an adult, it's like you prefer dark chocolate over milk chocolate. It's like milk chocolate tastes weird.
Almond chocolate is good.
Almond chocolate is good. It's a good combo. Yeah, I agree. Everybody agrees? Yeah, everybody agrees. Okay, this is awesome. Nut M&Ms are better than regular M&Ms. Well, if you don't put nut in M&Ms, they're just Smarties, right?
Legume? There's no legume M&Ms.
What are you talking? Oh, legume M&M?
The green one or legume M&M?
I don't know.
Maybe it's a joke.
What happened?
Maybe it's a joke.
I hope it's a joke from Electric Brian.
Is it humor? Tell us.
Yeah, because if you just have M&Ms that taste like M&Ms, like chocolate M&Ms, is great, but I feel like they compete too much with Smarties. And Smarties and M&M are kind of same but different, right? Unless you put something in it, then it would be different.
You know why it doesn't melt in your hand, the M&M?
Why the M&M doesn't melt in your hand? Yeah, because they patented a sugar coating for it, right?
a sugar coating that is the melting temperature is higher than your hand.
Exactly.
Or depends on the stick.
Yeah.
Definitely higher than my hands. My hands are always cold.
Yeah, that's true. So
Yeah.
chocolate doesn't melt on you,
Oh,
right?
it's good. I can save cost on not having a fridge. You can just hold things.
You just hold them and then no fridge for Sai. She doesn't need anything. Peanut M&Ms. Yeah, peanut M&Ms are the best. Hack of all trades is more about Skittles.
Oh, I don't like Skittles.
Oh.
It's just I have strong opinions about it. It's like so annoying. It gets stuck everywhere, and then you feel like your teeth rotting because they're that kind of candy.
Yeah, they're really sugary, sweet
yeah,
candy.
and they get sticky. I just
No.
don't know. Like
Okay, so you don't like Macintosh bars?
no, I
No?
don't like anything sticky. Even caramels. I don't eat caramels. It's just sticky.
Okay, so no stickiness for Sai. No stickiness. Sai is right about the almonds and the chocolate. Okay, no kale M&Ms. I hope not. I mean, if they do, who would eat kale's M&Ms? Makes no sense. M&M is supposed to be a dessert, not a legume, not a vegetable. I mean, this is not a thing. Bakery is another story. Not a candy person. Oh, so Chris is not a candy person. I mean, there's a right time, right place for candies. Sometimes you just feel like eating some chewy candies. Some other times you want chocolate. Some other times you want popcorn. It really depends on what you feel like. Don't worry. I've seen this guy. Yeah, this guy on YouTube. He does videos where he shows you how to cook like in a prison because he was in prison. Yeah, that's the whole thing about this guy. And he showed you how to make a pizza in prison. But there's no pizza in there. It's just it's like Doritos that he puts in a pan. And
like
then,
actual Doritos.
yeah,
chips.
like Doritos. And then he puts some cheese. He gets some sort of bowl, like my bologna. He puts some like bologna, yeah, in there. And then he eats it up in the microwave. And that's supposed to be like a prison pizza.
Oh, that's how they serve in prison food?
Well,
Not what they serve. That's
no,
what they make
that's what they
for
make, the
them,
guys.
because
For
they
them,
want
so-
pizza really bad.
yeah, if you want a pizza, but you can't have it because you're in prison. You can't just order Domino's, you know?
But you don't have food on you.
You can buy food. They have like some little convenience stores
really?
in the prison.
It's like
yeah,
a system
yeah.
where you can buy things.
Yeah, there's a system where you can buy things. That is not. We're not talking about the cigarettes. We're talking about like food,
And fentanyl.
and and other things that are available in prisons that might not be available, like regularly. So the thing is, Carl says, "Heck yeah!" on the bakery. Yeah, this podcast is going all the way to there. But since we're talking about bakery, I mean, there is this stigma or this this thing where police officers always eat donuts, right?
That's true.
That's true. Why do police officers always eat donuts? Is it because they're always on the road, so they're always eating like fast food, like the coffee and the donut, right? This is like always that.
Yeah, I think in the Dunkin' Donut.
It's because Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay, I know.
You know why?
Because it's free coffee at Dunkin' Donut.
What?
Free coffee and donut at Dunkin' Donut.
For police officers?
So that's why they're hanging out there. So it's like
Seriously?
a protection because it's open 24 hours.
Okay, so Dunkin' Donut open 24 hours. Is it true that police officers have free coffee and donuts at Dunkin' Donuts?
It was true.
It was true, like in the 80s?
Let me see if it's
In
true.
the 90s, because when I used to hang out at Dunkin' Donut,
Yeah.
police was always there and they were never paid.
Wow, they never paid. This is crazy. This is crazy.
It's like a mafia thing.
Ah.
That you pay, but it's free coffee and donut. You know?
No, okay, so
It's like a protection.
maybe Dunkin' Donut is like it's protection. It's protection.
Coffee.
Maybe Dunkin' Donut was like, you know what? We're just gonna give the police officers, the constables, or whatever, free donuts, free coffee. That way, our establishments are always gonna be free of bums.
Especially at night.
Especially at night, it's true, because it's 24 hours, and it's
No,
always
it's
at night
not
that
true.
stuff happens.
It's not true.
Not true.
Because they're not allowed to accept any free gifts while on duty.
Oh, this is. I'm sure they're saying that.
They say that, but
My girlfriend that worked at Dunkin' Donut.
they always, your girlfriend that worked at Dunkin' Donut always gave them free coffee and free.
The policeman never paid for coffee and donut.
Okay, maybe it was probably it was the store owner that was like, you do that.
The first result is like this Reddit post by someone. Oh, I said no to FBI agent who asked for a free donut. Is it okay? I'm like, you already said no.
Am I gonna go to jail for saying no to FBI agent?
And it goes on
Free
Reddit to
donut?
post it. This is what happened just, guys. At my work, I said no to FBI agent.
But they're not supposed to solicitate, right? They're not supposed to ask you for free things. So there's a Snoopy who says, I've always seen a lot of police at like donut shops, like Tim Hortons for the coffee and donut. Well, I mean, it makes sense. But they need to stay in shape too, right? So Chris Pankage says the free coffee and donuts goes back to the 50s, I think, before Dunkin'. So it's maybe just shops being nice with police officers and giving them free things because, you know, they're police officers. So they're supposed to help your community and they're supposed to, you know, they help serve the community. So maybe that's a thing. Carl adds, when I worked in Ontario, there was a Tim Hortons that had a police field desk. Huh?
Really?
For the RCMP?
We're in Ontario, not Toronto. I've
What?
never seen anything like it in Toronto.
A police field desk?
Yeah.
That's so weird. So like you
It's the Tim Hortons inside there?
so you have like a desk inside the Tim Hortons?
What?
This is so weird.
That is...
Were they
why? What's the
recruiting?
purpose? Like, what do they just...
Yeah, is it like for recruitment or it's for like, oh, I lost my dog?
Yeah, you join the RCMP benefits, you can threaten free donuts out of people.
That's their only like benefit or like one of the benefits of being a police officer. Not in Toronto.
Yeah,
That's
probably
why
not in
there's
Toronto.
No Krispy Kreme.
That's why
Krispy
there's
Kreme
no.
didn't give free donuts.
Oh, Krispy Kreme did not give free donuts to the police, and that's why Krispy Kreme is closing right now everywhere. Makes a lot of sense, right? Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Well, okay, these police officers, they're always like, well, they're on duty. So they usually go in their car and they stay in the car and they're patrolling. So that's one of the things of being a police officer. Not all police officers do that because there's different types of policemen, women, officers. But one of the things that we see in movies and one of the things that we are going to talk about today is police and electric vehicles. Because the thing is, these police officers, well, they need a vehicle to get to this crime scene or to get to you if you need help. And sometimes they don't get to you, they just stay there. They patrol to make sure that, you know, if you see the police like enough in your neighborhood, you might not want to commit a crime because you know that they're close. Yeah. In that sense. A bit like the person at Walmart that says hi to you is supposed to lower down the crime rate at Walmart so less people steal. Same thing but different. So if you see a lot of police people, take for example New York, who had a lot of problems with, you know, gangsterism and other things. Well, the mayor at one point in the 80s decided to just like clean it up. So much so that there was police everywhere. And when I went to Times Square in 2023, so the evening of 2023 to 2024, there was so many police officers there. It was crazy. I don't even know how many per square block. Just in one little alley, there was at least 3 police officers. And I don't know what type of police officers they were, if they were security agents, but most of them had like the New York police blason and badge. And like,
NYPD.
this is so much NYPD, so I don't know.
For Krispy Kreme?
Huh?
For Krispy Kreme?
No.
For Times Square.
Oh, for Times Square.
Yeah, for New Year's Eve.
Oh.
For the ball drop.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen that in person.
It's like so many police officers. Can we Google how many police officers does New York City have? Because it's huge.
In Times Square.
In Times Square, because they were expecting about 1 million people, right? And like there was police officers. I didn't even know a city could have that many police officers. That's how many there were, and they had cars too. I mean, they had everything to go with the police officer ring. They had the CBs, the outfits. They had maybe the guns. I mean, maybe not all of them had guns, but most of them. And then they had like these big vehicles, right? So there's police cars, there was police trucks. There was like these huge tank things too. It was crazy. I understand, like it's New York, Times Square, so you want it.
It doesn't say how many, but it does says that the 500 graduates that graduated from Police Academy, their first assignment was to go.
Oh,
I'm like, that's great.
Their baptism.
that's their baptism. Yeah, you go to Times Square for New Year's Eve.
500 of them.
That makes sense because there was definitely more than 500 police officers there. Like it was crazy. No, you don't pee. You wear a diaper. This comes with New
I'm
York.
like, wow, how scary is it that it's like it's your first rites of passage?
Yeah, rite of passage. You go to Times Square, you stay in Times Square. I'm Piper, this is
Sai.
and we are here on Two Girls, One Electric Car, the podcast that is called While You Wait for You to Charge Your Electric Vehicle, brings you entertainment and crazy information. We're talking about why police hates electric vehicles because Sai found these really interesting articles this morning, and we thought that we would discuss that with you. Now, some of you had altercations with the law. Some of you don't want anything to do with the law. So let's talk about how can you make it possible for, well, you to not get altercations with the law, okay? Great? You're ready for this? Awesome! Let's do it! Krispy Kreme and McDonald's are partnered now. I know, you probably heard it here because I've been telling it for like a little while. Tim Hortons is not that big to have a desk, I guess.
Oh, it depends on the location. There's a pretty big one not far from here.
Yeah, there are big Tim Hortons, but we're in Canada again. I don't know if you're in the US, maybe Tim Hortons is a bit bigger.
Oh, they have Tim
smaller.
Hortons in US, eh?
They do.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of
Burger
that.
King bought them.
Yeah, Burger King bought Tim Hortons.
Is it the same price?
Well, I don't know. Must be a
Oh,
bit
you have
different.
not tried it? Okay.
No, I'm not a Tim Hortons person in general. Yeah.
Are you allowed to say that? Okay.
Yeah, I know. I used to be like at one point in my life, but not anymore. I'm more Starbucks now, and now I'm more like just, I don't know, like freaking coffee's too expensive for life. What? I'm stopping this. And then there was Chris Pankage says, or will be soon. Yeah, they said 2026 they'll start their collaborations between McDonald's and Krispy Kreme. Snoopy, so you were there when they were dropping the ball. Hope you did not go and blink. Go blind? Why would you go blind from dropping the ball? The ball is tiny, you know. It's not big. It's more like the confetti. You want to be there for the confetti. That's mostly what you want. So yes, for New Year's. Tim Hortons coffee is fresh every 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's really good. I love Tim Hortons. Only $2, large. Sponsor us.
Sai wants free Tim Hortons forever.
We want free Starbucks.
More like free Starbucks, but it's okay.
It's okay. You can sponsor just me. You don't have to sponsor others.
The whole team, right?
Yeah,
just Sai can
just
be like,
sponsor
okay,
me.
I'm taking sponsorship on my own now.
Gonna have a little cup on our desk.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have the Starbucks.
It's cool as long as like everybody gets what they want, right? So it is open for sponsorship. If you are here, sponsors, please do send us an email. Super easy. Link in bio.
Can put a cup on.
We can always, anytime we can put a cup on Sai's desk. There's no problem. Plus, there's a few Tim Hortons close by because we're in Vancouver. And so Tim Hortons is super mega Canadian.
Yeah, help a girl out. Come on. You can do it.
White police hates electric vehicle. Now, we haven't talked about why, how, what, when, but that is what we are going to talk about right here, right now. So grab your actual coffee, grab a donut, sit down, buckle up, and let's start this. Now, that being said, EVs are becoming the new norm. Yes, especially in Canada. I know I said it, I'm going to say it again. In 2035, here in Canada, all new vehicles sold will have to be electric vehicles. Meaning that the police, much like many other big companies that have fleets of vehicles, either it be Amazon, it be Purolator, like any type of delivery service, or it be firefighters or police officers. Well, if you deal with a fleet of vehicles, you need to understand that very soon, gas vehicles were not going to be a thing. So you might want to get on that wagon, or on that battery, electricity, EV thing pretty soon so that you can change everything before it becomes like unlawful to do so. And you want to get it, you want to get it going. You want to test it out to see and improve on what might happen with your electric vehicle.
We got one electric fire truck.
Yeah, we have one electric fire truck here in BC. We have one. So it's already happening, people. It's happening. It might be happening in your very own state, country, province, that you have police departments or fire departments or even ambulance, departments that have some electric vehicles. Now you know. Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about how this is going to impact the whole police people. We're going to talk about the popo. Yeah, we can talk about other things, but I mean, let's start with the popo. If you have information about, fire trucks and anything, any kind of first responder that could save your life, we are open to that too, okay? Don't worry about it. And yes, you can subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. The link is in the live comment section. It's called 2 Girls, 1 Electric Car. Just click that subscribe button. You won't regret it. Plus, make sure that you listen to all of our podcasts. They're in the podcast playlist that is called While You Wait. Because while you wait for your electric vehicle to charge or for the RCMP to come at your place, well, you can definitely listen to us. We will entertain you until, things happen. Electric fire truck sounds shocking when wet. But that's the thing. We talked about that side, right?
Why?
You can put an electric vehicle in water and it would not shock you.
Yeah, it wouldn't. So
No.
yeah.
So
it
water-
sounds shocking. Is that a joke? Oh, did you already say that joke? That's my job.
Yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, I don't think it will shock you.
Sai wants to keep her job. Trust you, don't steal Sai's job.
Somebody posts that joke.
No, nobody does it, or the Sai's gonna get mad. So there's no chances of like shocking you with an electric vehicle. So either it's a police vehicle or either it's a fire hydrant vehicle, like a fire truck. You should be fine. They put electric vehicles in pools, and so far, it's like it hasn't happened, right, Sai? From the data,
No, it
nobody was
doesn't.
shocked.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's just you treat it just like your normal car.
Yeah. So they was just shocked that they weren't shocked. That's probably mostly it. The boat docks can certainly shock you. The boat docks, you mean like that's because of static electricity and all that? Like, yeah, that's possible because some of them are made out of like not wood, right? They're this weird type of plastic thing. I guess that could be true, but I'm not sure. And some other ones of them are made in metal. Like these big boat docks are made of like metal thingies. That being said, well, the police has to respect the law. So if the law changes and the law says that you need electric vehicles, well, the police better be on the right side of the law or else it would look really, really bad, right? And that is why some police departments are changing their fleet slowly but surely to electric vehicles. But there seemed to be a problem there, and that's why we're going to talk about this. Okay, so the thing is, well, for police to change their vehicles to electric vehicles, of course they need a budget for that. They're going to need to pay for these newer vehicles. They could pay for newer vehicles that are gasoline vehicles, but EVs are still a little bit, on the more expensive side, usually, than gas vehicles. Plus, a police car has nothing to do with a normal car, right, Sai? Can you name a few things that a police car would have that a normal car would not have? Like
Yeah,
from the
like
top
a
of your head.
like a scanner, the thing that they have, the computer thing.
Yeah.
Like different compartments so you can put your gun and your belt. I mean, it'd be weird if a normal car had that way.
Yeah, it would be a
Yeah.
bit weird.
Yeah,
Now,
so-
sometimes like the passenger seat in the back is kind of, there's like bars and windows there, so
Yeah,
you don't.
those are also like hopefully detachable, but they're also there. Yeah.
Then you can't open the doors inside.
Oh, you
from the
can't?
inside? Not from the inside.
Oh.
To run away.
The
Also,
guy's
you don't
just
have to
gonna
lock that scene in the movies where they lock it so they don't open and like, oh, it's not
You
real.
need to open it from the outside.
You only open
Oh.
from the outside.
Oh, and why do they always put the head like this?
Well,
They're
because-
capable of doing it themselves.
But it's people are so like shocked when they get arrested that I think like they need to make sure that they don't hurt you. And
Oh.
when are you escorted in a vehicle? Plus, often your hands are behind your back, which
That's
kind of
true.
changes all of your
I
balance,
mean,
right?
if they were worried about hurting me, they shouldn't arrest me.
Mental health
that hurt
and
my
physical
feelings.
health is not the same, Si. It's not the same. But yeah, that would definitely hurt your feeling.
Yeah.
Usually they don't arrest you for nothing, though.
Yeah, but I'm sorry.
Tell that to the judge. I think maybe it's gonna work. I
It's
don't
too
know.
much work for one girl.
That being said, all of these police cars have special features. Sometimes they need to even be remodeled. Not just like the tires that are bulletproof or like anti-slow leak. Like these like actual police tires need to be really resistant. Not all police vehicles are bulletproof, but it's a cool addition depending on your neighborhood. And then, well, of course, all of the interior has to be super easily washable. So some Uber drivers or some taxi cabs do have that, this kind of super easily washable plastic that is inside, or like these. So it's not mushy, it's not leather, it's not ultra white. It's not like that. So that they can clean it super easily, super fast. And that, if there's something happens in there, which can happen, Well, this is just like cleaner, more hygienic. Yeah. And then, well, the trunk is special too. Like they need to have all of this gear. They need to have some safety equipment. I mean, they're the police. The whole point is for them to be able to respond to pretty much anything at any time. So that being said, having a police car is a different investment, or more like a different spending than buying just a normal car. It's not like the police is like, okay, I'm gonna take like 20 Toyotas. Usually the police doesn't work like that. They need to like buy police cars, or cars that will be kind of transformed by the police.
There's companies that transform car into police cars.
Exactly, companies that transform cars into police cars. And then, well, there's some special deals. So some let's say here it's a lot of Ford Chargers. Yeah, Ford Chargers are a lot transformed into police cars. It's not the Ford Chargers. It's the Chrysler Chargers. Yeah, is it Chrysler? Yeah. No, it's not Ford. Leave a comment. And that is for Canadian police. Again, I'm in Canada with Sai. This show. Dodge Charger.
Dodge Charger.
Yeah, it's a Dodge Charger. So this show is brought to you by Two Girls, One Electric Car. While you wait for your electric vehicle to charge, make sure that you subscribe. Or if you're waiting on that bail money, you can subscribe too. I don't know if you have internet in prison, but it's okay. We're here to entertain anybody, anywhere, all the time. Vinyl seats, you mean? Oh yeah, that must be it. Thank you, Snoopsy. So that would be like vinyl seats. Makes a lot of sense. Then RP says, I saw a burning gas car on the 101 freeway recently. Never makes the news. Well, yeah, actually, I also saw a burning car once.
But like, what would be the news? Here, reporting like, there's a burning car.
It's not news.
It's not newsworthy. It's just burning car.
Yeah,
right?
they're gas cars, and they're gonna burn sometimes, and it happens.
It happens. It's a huge fire, though, right? Last time I saw one, I was young, I think, yeah, and pretty young, and it was huge. Like the fire was so big and so high, like so high. It's very interesting. We have Snoopy, who says for the radio police cars have to have their own generator in order for it to work properly. Oh, okay. So you mean like their own generator because it's too battery. I guess they need a lot of battery power. They have the computers to run. They have the vehicle to run.
Yeah, that's another thing. And charging takes a long time. Oh, like, wait, can you start speeding in like an hour when my car charges, and I'll come after you.
Yeah,
so there are many cars in the place.
But it's
all
true.
the car that goes at the same time.
That is what we're gonna talk about. Like what are the benefits and the not benefits of having a police car be an EV car? Maybe it's not that good for the police, but they're gonna need to switch anyways because gasoline cars are gonna be obsolete very, very soon, especially in Canada. So RP says police cars do a lot of sitting around with the engine idles. EVs would be good for that.
That's true. They are.
So it's true that when they're just like sitting at a corner of a street and they're looking for text messages and things like that, and the police officers are out of the car, or they're just, I don't know, like patrolling in a way, it's often very low, very low speed. So they're in 35 miles per hour zones. They're not all on the highway. They're just like, the car is open though. I think they need to like let the car run as much as possible so that they can go away real fast. So that would be interesting. Now, another thing that police would want to do, or maybe some police department want, is of course like to reduce the carbon footprint, and well, they need a fleet. So they need more than one, meaning that they need to start thinking about, how many police cars do we need and how many do we order in order to get like all of our police cars in order. Electric Brian says there are Model Y police cars also out of specs. Oh yeah, that's a guy on YouTube who does also EV channel. Just did a video on a Chevy Blaze EV police car. Cool.
That's the one that is like for the cops with all the stuff in it. It's built for that. I don't think a normal person can buy it.
Okay, so you need to be a police department to buy that car.
They have to be ordered from the police
dealer,
department
probably.
Thing. So, yeah.
Because like we were saying, there are cars for police departments. I mean, it's not the same vehicle. You could take any car and like pimp my ride, you know, make it into that. You could also buy an older one. I mean, Crown Royal had like this taxi type of police car too. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things you could do to get yourself a police car. They would
My friend bought
definitely
one
work. Your friend bought an old police car? Yeah, because once they're done with, because again, it's the police, so they have some laws and some things, and they can't run vehicles that might make too much trouble or too much maintenance. They don't want to endanger people or themselves.
Plus,
So,
they'll be so quiet. It'll be so easy to like go and like tail someone.
oh,
They're so quiet, EVs, right?
yeah,
You
it's a
won't
good
hear
point.
it.
So that would be a bonus for the police.
Yeah, I think that would
To
be
have super quiet vehicles so they don't go in like your neighborhood, so you don't see them. Chris Pankage says Blazer will come off the line special for police. It will have a lot of different things. Well, yeah, let's talk about that. Because the thing is, okay, so for actually police officers or police departments to be able to purchase electric vehicles, there just need to be that one electric vehicle, right? If not, every department's just buying cars and switching them. So they would buy a Tesla, they would buy maybe, I don't know, an hybrid, and then they would convert them. But it would just be easier for them to literally buy that. Just add a police sticker from Temu. Yeah, maybe not. I think it's illegal, but it's okay. It's super illegal to like try to impersonate a police officer. Well, in Canada, then if you're in Congo, that might be different. I don't know. So that's the thing. Except, whoa. Snoopy says, except you can see them in the rear view mirror. Well, of course you can always see them, but that's why there's like camo police cars, right?
They're still gonna do the other stuff to not be seen. Hopefully, otherwise they're not really good at tailing anyone.
Well, in French we say phantom police. So there's police cars that don't really look like police cars.
But
so
everyone knows those are police cars.
Yeah.
They still look like police cars.
They still look like police cars.
Yeah,
because they have the weird tires.
Yeah, and the people, that's a cop car. Like they still look like cops.
Yeah.
Just like cops.
But they try to be undercover.
Yeah, and even when they're wearing normal stuff, that's a cop.
Yeah.
Right, they don't have a Prius and
No, they don't have a Prius and they're just like walking around, be like, okay. I'm Piper, this is
Sai.
And we are here on While You Wait, because while you wait for police to have EVs, well, you can click on this podcast and listen to it from 12 p.m. Yes, every single day from Monday to Friday, so weekdays only. But then it stays available for you on YouTube, so you can go to our podcast playlist that is called While You Wait. Click on any podcast that, I don't know, like makes you fancy, the one that you feel like, oh yeah, I want to listen to this right now, or oh, this segment was so good, I want my best friend to hear it. You can just click on it and have us wherever you want. Super easy. The thing is, how much does the Blazer go for, Sai? So you read a little bit about the Blazer. Do we know more about the Blazer? Like, what does it do? What does it eat? How big is it? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the Blazer, what does it eat?
So the Blazer is an electric vehicle that is made only for police people. I mean, I'm not saying if you know somebody like hi.
Blazer is a normal.
Yeah, but this one is converted, right?
Yeah, the one that is for
we're
cops.
talking like EV Blazer for cops. So Chevy Blazer EV police cars. Only that one. Blue lights on non-police cars should be illegal. Totally agree. Because then you think as a police. But they had this big thing, you know, when we could put neons underneath. That was because of Tokyo Drift. After that movie, everybody wanted neons underneath their car. But the thing is, they became illegal in some places in Quebec. I remember you couldn't have neons under your car because it would be too stimulating, I guess, in that way. Midnight Smoke says EV would be a good car for most of the police activity, but high-speed drain battery quickly. Ice cars would have the advantage on high-speed chases. Ooh, so cool.
Do they chase all the time?
Yeah, how often do they chase criminals on the highway?
Yeah. It's not like, an hour thing.
Maybe if you live in Miami. I feel like in Miami there's more chases, than actually like in Canada.
Like highway chases.
Yeah, like highway chases.
Chases is like 1 kilometer.
It's there. I have it on my screen if you want. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay, yeah, let's we're gonna blow it up. So for you who are here in the video format, make sure that you click in because Sai is gonna show us the actual
We have it.
EV Blazer. So that's a Blazer for Chevy, but it's especially only for, well, the police, you know, so that the police can purchase it. So that's what it looks like. It's a bit like, it's a car, but it's an SUV. It's a bit big.
Yeah, but it's like all enhanced and everything. Like it already has all the things that cops would need. Like, I guess to talk radio, whatever cops do. They do a lot of stuff. So I'll show you the inside.
Oh, there's even a picture of inside.
Yeah.
Okay. So, good look SUV. Thank you, Midnight Smoke, for sharing. And then we have daily in LA. So Chris says that chases are daily in LA.
Inside.
Okay, that's the inside side?
Yeah.
So inside, you say there'd be like a lot of stuff in the inside. Maybe like, definitely a screen. Like on the right-hand side, there's a screen to be able to check you out, to know if you're like a criminal already, so to put all your information in there. Then they need GPS.
The computer is portable. It's not like in the car.
No, it's portable.
They
but
can
they
take
have-
it in and out.
Yeah.
But it still needs electricity. It still needs a place to rest that is gonna be stable enough when they do engage in inverter, like so. And then Chris Pankage says it's like a part of LA culture to watch car chase on TV. Okay, so there's a lot of car chases in California, so it seems. Every single day. I guess like that's how you make the news, right? You just, okay. LA, they frequently switch out cars in the chase anyway. Oh, they do. Well, that makes sense because they have the helicopter too, right? So the helicopter is broadcasting, like that's the TV helicopters that are broadcasting the chase, like the police chase. And then, well, they know where the guy's going. So they just, okay, I don't have gas anymore, guys, so I need to pull out. So this police pulls out and another police comes back in. And you must have like really great drivers, right? Because it's not just about the vehicle. You know how Bonnie and Clyde got away? Because this is a cool story. So the thing is, in the time of Bonnie and Clyde, Bonnie and Clyde's a real story. It was romanticized a lot, but it's a real story. So these like kind of teenagers got together and started to do bank heists. So that was after the Great Depression, so 1929. Meaning that the money was scarce and people were trying to find ways to make some, so that the criminality in the United States of America went crazy. And Clyde was a car thief. That's kind of, that was his first hustle, car thieving. And they came up with a V8. A V8 that was like the very first V8 in the history of cars. But the police cars, they were so slow to adapt that they did not have any V8. So Clyde would always steal the V8 car so that he would be faster than the police. But we're not talking like faster, we're talking like faster. Like you would always get away from the police. And so that's real interesting. It's not what's happening with the electric vehicles in that way, because electric vehicles do have, like we said, instant torque, meaning that you kind of can compete with them on a red light. You will definitely like beat them unless the guy has probably like a McLaren or something like that. But in the long run, then yes, this battery depletes. So if you want to be like a Bonnie and Clyde of modern times, well, maybe you need something that is as powerful as instant torque, but that can hold on longer. They got away by car. Yeah, they did. Bonnie and Clyde, they did. And again, it's because he had a more powerful car than the police, so he could get away. Nowadays, like, most cars have the same power in that way. So it's kind of more hard to get away from the police because they have good drivers and good cars.
A city in Quebec bought a Corvette.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I remember that.
Police car to chase on the highway.
Yeah. A city in Quebec, like the province in Quebec, bought a Corvette so that they could do chases with the Corvette because it was faster car. So they bought that Corvette, they switched it into a sort of police car, but again, it was maybe not to apprehend people, it was more for the chase. This is so cool. And then RP says, hack. Gas cars have electronic controls too. Of course, it makes sense that Gas Star would have that too. Snoopy says the last car that Bonnie and Clyde driven is on display somewhere in Nevada. Oh, so cool. I had no idea. That it was.
But weren't they caught at the end in
yeah,
real
they
life,
were.
right?
They're cheese graters now.
I don't know what that means.
Means they have holes in them.
Oh yeah, somebody.
Oh, so they were. Oh,
They
that's
were
what happened.
caught. They were caught.
They were
and
caught
they were.
and Oh, they were hold. Oh.
Yeah. There's like super great, I don't know, like things for spaghettis, you know? Like that. That's how they went down. Which is, I mean, it's okay. Just you need to...
So they didn't arrest them. They just
I'm not sure.
But they were arrested at some point. There are
Well,
mugshots.
actually, Clyde went in prison a lot of times.
Yeah.
And Bonnie went in trial, but they said that because she was a woman and they did not believe women could be evil, they just released her, and that day she went and killed people. So that's a great story.
They should bring that back. Make Canada great again.
So that's for Bonnie and Clyde. But yeah, I'm not sure how it really ended. From what I remember from that podcast I listened to, like it was really about the V8, like the cars, Clyde stealing the cars, and then these cars being way faster for them to get away, and they killed a total of 14 persons, I think, 14 people, which is, it's a big amount. It's not as big as like Jason Statham in his movies, but we're talking real life, you know, real life. So this is, the 14 is a lot of people. Heck of all trades says very true. OBD4 systems have capabilities now. What are we talking about? Because I have no idea what OBD4 systems are about. Are we talking about the gasoline vehicles and everything that's electric in a gasoline vehicle? Because somebody did say that you need like a sort of a generator in the police car to make everything function in the way that you would want to. Maybe it's too much electricity, everything that is in there.
It might be a police scanner.
Oh,
just 12 volts.
yeah, Bunny and Clyde both died in a shootout. So that's okay. I was right. Cheese grater. Cheese grater. Yeah. Or passoire. Same but different. Same but different. So for the police to be able to purchase all of these electric vehicles, including maybe like the Blazer from Chevy, which has a police car now that they can sell to police departments. Again, you want to make sure that like the police department is investing that money in the right way, because you are paying the police, right?
Taxes.
Yeah, exactly. Taxes. So since you are paying the police, you want this money to be invested in a way that is gonna benefit you as a civilian. As a, okay, they are protecting us and they're helping us. So if there's no competition and there's only like one EV model, and this model is very expensive, well, that makes it a bit harder for these police departments to buy something else and to have this kind of fair competition in that way. So maybe that's why it took so long for like police departments to switch to EVs, because they had to, again, buy an EV, do the switch up to police car themselves before the Chevy Blazer again, and then after that, well, you need to find an EV. Like to open up a Tesla, you need a garage. You need to maybe make a deal with Tesla or with like that EV company so that the police car could be switched to police car but still stay on the warranty and all that. It's a bit complex.
That's why, American police car and Chevy, they try to do that before Tesla do it.
Exactly. American police cars and Chevy tried to have this kind of deal so that all American police cars were Chevrolets.
Because Chevy is an American car company.
Yeah, Chevy would like Tesla, but again, they're already there. Yeah, they've been there for a long time. So this is the thing. This is the thing that you need to think about, is like all the costs that go into purchasing these vehicles are your taxes and your money. So you want the police department to get the more bang for their buck. And we're not talking bang bang. We're talking other bang. Well, Garcia, thank you for tuning in. While you wait for your electric vehicle to charge, or just to purchase or to see your very first police car that runs on electricity, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, because we bring you electric vehicle entertainment and sometimes crazy information. RP says OBD is onboard diagnostics, electronic monitoring and control port on vehicles. Oh, okay, that's cool. So that's what it is.
USB plug.
Is that
USB thing that you plug your computer in.
Yeah, pretty much. So you just like plug it in and then you see what's happening with the car. Yeah, so it's a bit like having one of these like mechanics on board. Okay, great. So let's talk about long term. So what would make so that these police department would definitely want to purchase these electric vehicles? Why would police go all EV? Now, we've talked about this a little bit, but in some jurisdiction, in some physical places, police cars that would run on electricity would cost a lot less money to you as a civilian with your tax money, because some places gasoline is expensive, and if they had a few EV vehicles in their fleets, again, the vehicles that maybe just patrol in the neighborhood or are there when maybe there are some school activities or things like that, parades, and you need police cars to be there, but they're not the ones that go on the chases, on the highways, well, you would definitely want to save on that, right? So if the police department is paying these electric vehicles, but then is also paying a lot less in gasoline, so it costs them less per month, well, they can reinvest that money in maybe hiring more police officers, training them better. I don't know what else they could do, give you free cake, right, Sai? Free donuts?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It will be really cool. It will be, as long as they're gluten-free.
Oh, yeah, because Thai is gluten-free person. Mm-hmm. As long as they're gluten-free. So that would definitely make it so that police departments would want to invest in EVs. So because it will lower the cost. Also, the thing is, EVs have a lower maintenance cost. I mean, we talked about this a lot. Meaning that if the police cars are always in the garage, well, they're not very useful, right? So maybe they need to buy even more police cars, ICE vehicles, because they need more maintenance. So while one is being maintained or maintenance or they're with the mechanic, they still need to have the same amount of vehicles on the roads. But if an electric vehicle needs less maintenance in general, that means that maybe you need just a little bit of a smaller fleet because you don't have as many vehicles that are dormant or that are being fixed at this time, unless that there is an actual real problem. And this is an interesting consideration if you are a police department, if you're looking into purchasing some electric vehicles, because Tesla has been found to be the less costly in maintenance fees of all vehicles. All vehicles. We're talking North America, we're not talking China or other economical situation and other make and models that are European. We're talking really like USA, Canada, okay? Thank you for that. Now, Snoopy says OBD is located under the dashboard. Oh, well, that makes sense if it's an onboard diagnostic. I mean, it's just a software, right? This makes a lot of sense. Max Power says Australia, the city of Victoria, uses Tesla Model X as police car.
We need to go to Australia.
Yeah, we need to do that in Victoria. Great. Okay, cool.
We have a Victoria here too.
Yeah, we do have a Victoria here too.
I'm guessing it's very different, but we do have one. Yeah. There's also a London and a Paris and Ontario, FYI. So
people are not very creative with names, right?
No, they were the same colonizers. Okay, well, we're going somewhere else, but they were the same people from there, right?
So they just were like, okay, we're gonna call this that.
They're not gonna think of other names.
Yeah, because I think Australia was discovered by Holland. So they call it like New Holland.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what you want.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Don't wrap your head around it. Just keep it simple, people. Keep it simple.
In Las Vegas, they got a Paris in Las Vegas.
Yeah, they got Paris and Las Vegas. They got everything in Las Vegas. Everything except for your wife. They don't have that in Vegas. They have everything else.
But it's easy to get a wife in Vegas.
Yeah, you can get married
right away. Get a wife. Yeah, immediately.
You can. You can. If you don't bring your own, you might find one. It's a possibility. You'll find a lot of things in Vegas. Now, why is the maintenance cost so low? And why is it going to still be low on police cars? The same, but different. So it would be because there's less moving parts on an EV than on a gas vehicle, just in that sense. Now, over the lifespan of an electric vehicle too, I mean, Chris Pankich told us about this, but you don't have to change the oil. There's a few things you don't need to change. And that's why it's so cool that police cars would be EV, because there's just less maintenance to them in general. So all of this fleet of EVs would be accessible and useful all the time. And I think that's what you want. You don't want just the cars to stay there and do nothing, especially if you're paying for them. That being said, let's talk about, police people and the environment, because we went all gluten-free for a second. So let's go there.
Let's go back to the topic.
Let's go back to the topic. Why police hates EVs. So why do police people hate EVs? I mean, there's many considerations there, and that's what we're dealing with in this podcast. Now, Sai, you find a few things that said that maybe EVs are not such a great idea, right, for police people?
Yeah, because there's an article that came out today by the RCMP, which is the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Thank you. And so they're not very happy. They don't want, because I think people are just not educated enough to know that it's not that much of a difference from a gas car when you adopt it. Like, because they're like, oh my God, like, how are we going to chase people? Like, and it's like, and stuff like that. And then
but they're still called the mounted police. Like, they're still on horses.
Yeah.
But they're not,
like,
they're not always on horses like people
they're not,
think.
But sometimes you see them, but yeah.
Yeah, there's a few on horses, bicycles. I've seen bicycles too.
Exactly.
So the RCMP got more horses than the electric car.
Maybe.
I'm sure.
Maybe.
course,
Probably
yeah.
the RCMP has more horses than electric cars. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Right?
That's weird.
Yeah.
That is weird. Because we're in
Yeah.
2024. We're supposed to be technologically not impaired.
But aren't the cops are notorious for just being super stubborn?
You
Right?
think?
I think
Because
so.
of all the TV shows you've seen?
Yes, from my amazing experience.
Yeah.
They're, but they don't like to change their opinion. I think so.
Well, they follow the law.
Exactly. So if it's not a law, it's not a law right now. So
Not
they
yet.
have strong opinions about it. But of course, when it's like a law, they will have to
Abide by the law.
I have to eat my donut here.
So what are they saying? They're saying that RCMP doesn't want to move electric?
No, they don't. They're not very confident about it. That it's the right move. They're not really happy about it. They don't think it would work. I think they think it will cause a lot of issues.
Okay, what kind of issues? What kind of issues can an EV cause that a gas vehicle cannot cause to them?
Yeah, so they're not very. They just says it poses significant challenges most of the time. But the main thing I think is like if it malfunctions or like the computer doesn't work or like it poses like a safety issue for their team member or like which situation they're in. You know what's happening. So these are kind of issues they have. Also, the range is one of the things that they say that might be an issue.
Okay, so far the police is scared of buying electric vehicle police cars because, well, of technical difficulties. So we've heard that a little bit. The glitches, right? Glitches in the system because most EVs are newer, so they're very much powered, or their brain is very software. And that is like that for all new vehicles too. It doesn't matter if you're an EV or you're not an EV. If you purchase a 2024, usually, or now even 2025 model vehicle, it's gonna be run by software. There's no way you're gonna get over that. And so people are scared that if the software glitches, you'll lose control of your car, which has like almost never happened. We've brushed the subject in another one of our podcasts, our previous
Are
podcast.
you broadcasting? I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, we're broadcasting.
Is it working?
What? Yeah.
Okay, for
Yeah.
me it's
For you, it's not
okay.
working.
Okay, I think. Oh, okay, it's nothing.
Okay,
Carry on.
great.
Yeah.
It's refreshed. It refreshed people. It refreshed. Oh, good. Now, that being said, all of these inquietudes, the way that the police people don't want to probably invest in EV, is the same as everybody else. They're just scared because they don't know about it, and then, well, they're scared that maybe it poses some challenges. So for the software, we've went into that. Why police hate EV? For them to maybe crash, or for the software not to work, that's not valid because every car nowadays has software. And so if there's software issue with an EV, there's going to be software issue with a non-EV. Same but different. But the range is where we want to go because the range makes more sense. And like a lot of people are saying in the live comment section, thank you all for being there. If you're not logged into your YouTube channel or your Google account, please do so you can leave a comment in the moment. Yeah, do it right here, right now. Tell us, what do you think about electric vehicles and polices? Do you want police to have electric vehicles? It could be fire departments, it could be ambulances. What is your feeling about this? Do you want it? Are you for, against it? Leave a comment. So the range in pursuits. Again, like we were saying, there's probably a lot of people in LA that do pursuits, but here in Vancouver, we don't hear about pursuits all the time. It's not, first things, there's so much traffic that I don't even know where the pursuit would go. This is like, you need to go under the bridge, on the bridge. I mean, the pursuit is gonna stop really quick. Really quickly. It's gonna, I don't know, hit a bouchon, and there's gonna be no more pursuit.
I don't think in Vancouver you can run away.
No, I don't think you can run away. Vancouver's too tight, too small, and there's no place. Like, how are you gonna get out?
There's traffic jam.
And there's always traffic jams because it's so small. It's so small and dense. So that being said, people are scared that range is going to be an issue with police cars and EVs. So you get the instant torque, but then on long pursuits, well, you would need to refuel or recharge. But that's the same thing. That's the same thing for like normal gasoline vehicle. If you're like tailgating somebody and you're like pursuing them on the highway, you're not gonna go tank the car and come back. They're gonna put another team with a full tank in a car, and they're gonna switch people, right? So that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I think so.
So if you have like if you're like, okay, we're in a car, we're in a police car, you and I, we're in a police car, we're police officers.
Yeah.
Then there's somebody that has done a crime, and we're chasing them on the highway, and and then the little light goes to, oh, you need gasoline right now.
Yeah.
But we can't chase them. Yeah, but maybe your tank was already like at quarter full, and that's when you got the call. And so you got the call, you took the call, and you happen to be first on scene, and you happen to be tailing that person closer than all the other ones.
Yeah, well, then that is true, but the thing is, when you fill up your gas tank, it's so much quicker. So he's like, maybe 50.
You're not gonna stop for filling.
No,
you
won't.
can't stop to fill it up. You're on the highway.
But let's say it's the same scenario, but you just got the call. You have to be there, and you only have 20 minutes to get there because they're keeping an eye on someone. You cannot charge your car in 20 minutes. You can fill her up.
Okay, but how many left in your car?
Yeah, how much is left in your car?
Because for 25 miles, it's a long chase. You're a bad cop.
Yeah, it's true. A chase for 25 miles is long.
Yeah,
like
long.
don't you get them faster?
That is true. But
Like you're a bad driver?
You should just reconsider your options of career.
Yeah.
Mile chase.
The 25-mile chase. Okay, so what's the chase usually like? How long is a police chase? Because usually there's not just like one police car that says like, I'm gonna solo this, I'm gonna go on a chase. Usually there's more than one police car. There's an helicopter there. How long do you really need a range to do that?
10 miles.
So Goldmaker 89 says EVs are super expensive to repair when it comes to body damage. At least that is what I heard. So like you say, if there are parade control and not chase vehicles, then that would be better. Because sometimes, yes, it's true that sometimes in chases, they're going to use the vehicle to hit the other vehicle to make sure that they apprehend the suspect. That's what they do. So they use their vehicle like in a derby. And so if electric vehicles are not cheaper to repair, so they're more expensive to repair for body damage, like Goldmaker 89 says, well then it would make, it's not that they're not good, it's just it would make it more expensive for the department, and you don't want that. It's taxpayers' money, so you want to be able to try to fix it as fast as possible. Yeah, so how long is the longest like car chase? What?
40 miles.
40 miles.
6 hour, 40 miles.
That's the longest.
Yeah, that's what I was just reading.
But even the guy who's driving has the tank.
Yeah.
Like 6 hours. 6 hours.
I don't think it's a problem.
It's not Fast and Furious. Like, it's not Vin Diesel getting gasoline on the road. Like, it's not that.
You don't chase for more than...
You don't chase for more than, like, what is it? Like, maybe 15 minutes? 15, 20 minutes? You would chase for 15, 20 minutes? How else would you really chase that long? This makes no sense. You tell us in a live comment. Okay. So we have here, RP says police don't have to pay the bill for gas or maintenance. Super conservative police. What do you mean? I mean, police departments do have a budget. I worked at a fire. Well, it's not police. I worked at a firefighter.
Fire station?
Yeah, I worked at the fire station, and they have budgets. They go tank, they go fill up their vehicles like with gasoline and all that, and they have money. They have a budget to respect for all these things.
They would add a plug for their car.
Yeah, they would have plugs for their cars.
They would not waste their time filling up.
But they have like a special access. They had like a special pump that they would go to. Yeah. So that leads us to another question. Where do they plug? Do they have special plugs? They
would be the police only charging stations.
Because you don't want to charge with other people, right?
Yeah.
At the police station.
Yeah, at the police station they have like their own.
But during
charging.
like around the city as well, I wonder. Just because like they're not always at the station, if they have to charge quickly or whatever.
they would need other, like, you know, a safe house.
They go back to the station, they take another car.
Yeah, of course, but they would still need, I think it would be clever to have, yes, other type of charging stations, other places for them to be able to charge. Well, just like there's more than one police headquarter, usually. There's more than one.
How many miles a police, without chasing,
Yeah.
do per day in general?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, how many miles does
Yeah.
a police car do per day if they're doing
Normal
patrol?
city,
Yeah.
in Vancouver, Seattle,
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly. How many miles? Because, I mean, the Model S right now has 400 miles on it. And that's the Model S. Like I think Chris Pankage said the other day that there's, like, the Hyundai is almost 600 miles. So that's a lot of miles.
So they can charge
So that's as much as gasoline. That's as much as gasoline car. I know it takes longer to charge up. That we understand. But if you leave it there and you rotate,
Every time we pass through the police station, there's always car parked.
There's always car
People
parked.
Charging.
yeah. They always have too many cars.
Yeah.
Because they need backup cars in case something happens. And it's true. They're always gonna need like backup cars. Anyone had difficulties with a gas car ever? I have. Well, of course I have two RP. So this is the thing, like either it be a gas car or an EV, you're still gonna get some difficulty. It doesn't matter if you're police or not a police, a car is a car. I mean, it's a tool. So you use it, sometimes it breaks down. This is the way it is. Will Garcia one says, oof, there have been some spectacular failures with auto-driving cars. Do you mean, so that would be another super fun and interesting point. So if you're doing a chase and you put your electric vehicle in full self-drive, like, is the police actually driving it? You know, that'd be like super cool, right?
Yeah, they're having their donuts
chase
and
mode.
stuff like that.
Chase mode.
Yeah. So they press chase mode. So police cars would have like a full self-drive that's like way more intense and way more competitive. And it would just go chase mode.
Illegal in other vehicles.
Well,
not
yes.
the police.
Yes, of course. It has to be illegal in all other cars because it would be way too dangerous.
Yeah.
And it can go to speeds that you cannot comprehend.
I want that.
Of course, everybody wants that. That's why it's called jailbreak, right? Because you're like, you can take your car and you can bring it to somebody and they like open it up. AI-powered police chase. Well, it's a bit like that, Carl. Yeah, it's a bit like that. I mean, if you're the police, you want all of the best technology. You don't want the robbers to have the best technology. You don't want the criminals to have the best technology. You want the police to have the best technology. Hilarious. FSD chase mode. Well, it could be a thing. I mean, if police cars have like shields and if police cars are like bulletproof and things like that, why not use what we already have for AI in FSD so that police can apprehend suspect faster? I mean, calculate route for a police chase. Let's say like that. You're chasing somebody on the highway. You input like the car that you're targeting, a bit like a missile, but different. And then it chases it. It chases it.
Police
You're going
really.
to be the only one with that.
Yeah.
Then you're going to catch the bad guy faster.
Of course you will.
Ah, that's
Yeah.
why.
Because the bad guy don't have escape FSD.
No, they don't have escape FSD, the bad
Yeah,
guys.
that's true. It won't make sense if everyone has the same thing as the cops have. That wouldn't be good.
But that'd be fair. You don't want that. You want
don't
the cops to have the upper hand.
Yeah,
Because they're supposed to protect you.
they're gonna protect me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to. If they don't, they lose their job. They lose their job. Do you think a cop gets iced at the charging station? Well, okay, so the thing
What
is...
do you mean?
Well, because it's iced vehicles, I think. So, like, iced, it's like, or iced, like, you know, they get heist.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I
it-
see.
so many ways this could go. So many ways. Hack of all trades. Got to go. No problem, Hack of all trades. Have an incredible rest of your day. If you're just tuning in, don't freak out. You can always catch us in the podcast playlist that is called While You Wait. Because while you wait for your toothpaste to fill back up because you have only one little piece left, well, you can always listen to us. Super easy. Just click on the podcast and make sure you tune in whenever, wherever you want. We have Will Garcia who says, there may be a system implemented where police can cause a car they are chasing to stop and lock the doors. Yeah, I heard about this. It's like an EMP, but not an EMP. And they started that with, I think it was called, not Starlink, like Elon Musk's Starlink, but there's like a satellite function in some cars. I think it was back in 2015, and that allowed the police to literally stop the car. Like if the car had been stolen or something like that, they would just stop the car. So it was but it was yes, but they was controlled from the police station. No close by. No close by. They could lock down a car like a kill switch.
Wow.
Yeah, like a kill switch.
That's too much power. That's too much power.
Too much
man.
power, is that?
Too much power. I would like to be a cop.
Now you want to change careers, right?
Yeah, I think I can do it.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
just for all that power.
I mean, I might fail a couple of tests, but I have a good heart for it.
Okay,
So,
perfect. So we'll
yeah.
work on the physical.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a few push-ups. The kill switch, and yeah, I have heard that they do have some sort of EMP. So when they kind of not chase you, but they woo 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 woo, and then you stop on the side like fender bender. So you stop on the side, then they could or they can make so that your like car doesn't start again, so you can't escape them. That I've heard too, but I don't know if it was a true thing.
What was it like? OnStar with Chevy.
I think it was OnStar with Chevy. Yeah. In like 2015, we're not talking like EV. They could stop your car because if it was stolen or something like that.
But why don't they have that anymore?
Well, I'm sure they have that still.
No, so now.
No, because it's too dangerous to stop a car.
Oh, because everybody could stop a car.
Imagine in the way.
Oh, that's true if they're on the highway.
And then it's like hitting the brakes,
Also,
right?
they
You
don't
stop
know where the car is. They just can stop it. Oh.
Well, maybe nowadays it would be cool to re-implement, because a bit like with our Tesla app, we can't stop the car while it's in movement, but we can definitely know where it is when it is and how fast it's driving. You can know how fast it's driving from the app.
It could be a park and stop. So wherever it is, it has to go and park itself and then stop.
And then it locks.
Yeah.
Limit the speed.
Yeah, or limit the speed. You know, you have like a decelerator or something like that.
It would be better than just stopping.
Well, yeah, because if you stop a car on the highway at 120 kilometers per hour,
No more
I mean, it's
criminal.
gonna bounce. It's
No more
gonna-
criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would like literally not good. You don't want to do that. Remotely put radio on classic music.
That's cool.
That's cool. I would like it. Yeah, the cops do that to make you chill the f down. Chill out. Some police cars have a grappler now. That would be ideal on an EV. What's a grappler, Sai? Is it to stick to the other car? Is it like a big magnet? Is it that thing? And then we have Vol Garcia who says there may be a system. Yeah, okay, that's the one we're talking about. I think it was on the Chevy Volt. It was like OnStar, not Starlink. OnStar that did that. So
It's
a
a
grappler.
reaching tool designed to feel like an extension of your arm.
Okay, so on a car, it would be something that suctioned the other car, I think. Something like that. So it wraps around the tire. Oh, that thing! Okay. Yeah. The thing that wraps around the tire and then you stop.
Oh,
The tire stops living.
But again, it's dangerous. You cannot
It
do
is
that.
dangerous. No, you shouldn't do that on the highway. This is very dangerous.
Oh,
But-
it's for cops.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's what it is. We can't add to cart.
Maybe no, I don't think we can buy that. Some things are illegal to buy because if you buy them you can use them.
Then don't make a pretty website.
Well, it's for the
Stop.
cops to go there and
Oh, then you like pretty
at
things.
night be like, oh, I would love that
this
on
is
my
so cute.
car.
Maybe in pink.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
That makes a lot of sense. We're talking about why police hates electric vehicle. So far, what we've uncovered is that police hates EVs because, of long distance chases on the highway. That would be like the only thing. And the other thing would be if they crashed the car, EVs would be more expensive to repair. And that's pretty much all we got so far. If you got more, make sure that you tell us because I'm going to go at reducing emissions.
But is it more expensive?
Some people say it is. Some people say it is. I don't know if it is. Some people say it is. The people in the live chat are saying that it is more expensive to repair an EV from a crash than an ICE vehicle. Yeah, but we don't know if it's factual or not. I'm just relating comments.
We must crash both at the same time and then give each one would have like a week to be fully better.
Fully fixed.
Fully fixed. Let's see who do it.
Okay.
Sponsor us so we can do this with you.
So we can test that Sai loves to crash stuff. So this is gonna be like definitely she's gonna be one of those cars. And then we'll probably get a stunt artist for the other one.
Put a little helmet.
She's gonna have the whole full helmet. Full helmet. Yeah, everything. So of course some police departments are thinking about having a good PR. You know you want good PR. So having an electric vehicle or having a fleet of electric vehicles could be really good for police departments to, well, say that they're making their part in the community and they're reducing the carbon footprint of the police department, but also of the community and of that city. So that is something to think about. Plus, since some cities, some provinces, some countries have some emission laws and things like that, making it so that some businesses and industries need to respect that, well, the police should not be out of these laws and regulations. So for them to have electric vehicles could mean that they lower this footprint and they are more within the ranges of, let's say, Uber drivers or taxi drivers, and so everybody reduces all in the same way. And it's the police, they need to show the example, right? Carl says, as a fleet vehicle, an EV would be way cheaper to perform maintenance on. Yeah, maintenance is definitely a thing where EVs are cheaper. On a fleet, yeah, lots of vehicle. Yeah, plus you just plug it, you leave, and then there's no oil change, there's no, even tires, there's a lot less maintenance. Douglas Downless says, if the power goes down, it's a criminal free-for-all. Well, Douglas, I mean, it makes sense that if the power goes down, that literally the police station would have a power source there, much like they do have gasoline there, to be self-sufficient, because they're supposed to make, like, respect the law and order and all that. But I feel like EVs need to be in their fleet. I'm not saying they have to be the whole entire fleet. It's just like there's a fire truck here in BC that is electric. It's a good addition. We need to vary it up. Now that we have this possibility, you should have a little bit of everything so that you could be more independent, and that whatever happens, well, you are ready for it in that sense. I mean, instant torque. Can you really say no to instant torque as a police guy? RP answers Dougs and says batteries store more electricity when power is out. Well, you could always, have like some sort of generator or have a huge battery that stores electricity. It's the same thing as having jerry cans at home or anything like that. Same. So why do police hate electric vehicles? So what about performance? What about the performance of an EV versus the performance of one of these ICE vehicles? So far, I mean, the only performance downside would really be the fact that you need to plug it, and plugging it takes longer than charging, than like refueling. So far. But very soon it's gonna be as quick. I mean, we've seen like 10 minutes with V4 superchargers, and with newer models and newer batteries, it's taking less and less time.
And again, if you go to a police station and you don't see any cops, there's something really big going on somewhere, and everybody went there. So it's really rare that you don't see a cop car there that could be charged.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing that I'm stuck with.
Yeah, there's always police cars. They have a bigger fleet than they have people on the road, and it's like that. It's like at the fire station. If no truck is at the fire station, it's because something really bad happened, and they're all on a case right now. And so this is something. Douglas Downless says EVs can be hacked. But any car can be hacked now, not just electric vehicles. I mean, they all have software. So unless you go with like, really old technology.
Beetle, 1955.
Exactly, like really old technology that is like, I guess, non-technological in that way. Well, you can act anything anywhere. This is for sure. This is the thing. So either if it's a nice vehicle or a newer model EV, still hackable. This doesn't change anything. Hey, Michael Luders, thank you for tuning in. And then Max Power says, is there a sci-fi movie where the cops stop a car remotely? I'm sure there is, right? It kind of rings a bell.
Google can't handle sentences like that.
Oh, okay. Sai is a Google expert, and she says that Google cannot. Self-driving can be hacked. Well, yes, But at the same time, it could be very useful for the police to hack self-driving in cars. A bit like, sometimes the FBI or some type of institutions like that, they want to get into your text messages. So far, Apple has been really good at like not sharing that information, but that can happen with any vehicle. It's not an EV thing. It's not an EV thing.
So far, thieves are quite stupid. They don't
Yeah.
go study like 5 years of engineering to hack your system.
Exactly.
They put the car in and out fast.
Yeah, usually.
Remember what the blind guy said?
Yeah. Usually, if you have a thief, it's more like opportunity and accessibility than literally like doing a main thing and hacking into all of the Teslas. I'm sure that Tesla gets some cyber attacks sometime on their software, but that would be a Tesla thing. It would not be like you trying to hack this one car. Like you're a guy, you're trying to hack this one car. It would probably be like you want to make sure that Tesla goes down tonight. Don't worry, Elon, I don't have the capabilities to do that.
I think with all these technological advancements, we're given so much freedom, right? That we can do this and that just by we don't need an external help. That in turn also means that the law will become more and more like the authorities can know more what you're doing, like to protect you, which is true in a way. But the more we have control over our life, the more authorities would want control just so they know what's up when
It's
you get
proportional,
kidnapped, right?
It's a proportion.
So it might look like, oh, now I have to like disclose this and that. Before it was illegal, but now if it's a law now, it's probably because we can completely hide something, and that could be detrimental to our aliveness.
Yeah,
at some
aliveness.
point.
Yeah, that's well said. To our aliveness could be detrimental to our aliveness. So that would be one of the actual things that is not really, it's not related to electric vehicles. Police cars or any other car can be hacked, but it's very rare. Like there's not much occurrences of cars being hacked. There's more occurrences of broken windows, stolen backpacks, and things like that than there are of literal cars being stolen. I mean, in that sense. Snoopy says, I thought recently Apple has been letting messages be seen by the government. I'm not sure about that. I thought that they always said no to everybody, like with their encryption and all that, but that is to be verified. So we do have like real electric vehicles in the police departments that are being used right now, right, Sai? We saw some of those.
Yeah, and we've seen Tesla police cars, right? So
And Max Power did say that some people like in Australia are using EVs. Can we Google a few things and see who's using what? So Model
who's
X's,
using the most EVs?
yeah,
Which
what
one?
are police departments using all over the world to actually, switch to EVs? Have their fleet switch to EVs? If you know, make sure you write a comment. Because while you wait for EVs to be police cars, you want to make sure that you click on us and that you listen to our podcast, which happens at 12 p.m. from Monday to Friday. So thank you so much for tuning in, people. Oh, yeah. Stay right there because, of course, Saya is all gonna present you a dad joke later.
For the RCMP, right now they're testing different EVs.
Oh, yeah? Do we know the names or they're just like being very secretive about it?
Yeah, but one of them is like the Tesla, obviously, which is like they're testing different models. And then there's a Ford one,
Okay.
Ford 150, and that's Chevrolet that they've ordered.
And the Blazer.
Yeah, so those are some of the main ones that they're testing because they're preparing to go fully electric in 2035.
Yeah, like everybody else.
So they need to know which one would be best for their policing things.
Yeah,
And
for
so
their
they can
needs.
order like, I don't know, 10,000 of them or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how much a fleet of police is. It depends on how big your city is and all that.
Just the RCMP, I didn't find any like police, Vancouver police.
No,
Yeah,
not Vancouver police.
yeah.
But RCMP is bigger, right? RCMP is Canada. It's not like provincial.
Yeah, it's
So-
like FBI of
Yeah.
Canada,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Kind
RCMP
of.
is like, it's big. It's
Yeah.
Canadian police.
Yeah, because we don't have an official FBI thing.
No.
No, that
Yes.
we have
No.
the RCMP. Oh, GRC.
There's
GRC.
GRC.
GRC,
GRC?
that's the FBI.
La GRC? But I don't know how that translates in English.
Canada. I think it's RCMP.
Il y a la Gendarmerie Royale du
I
Canada.
think it's the French version of RCMP.
Ah, yeah, that is the RCMP in French.
Okay, so
Okay, so
that's
GRC, RCMP, same but different. Just one is French.
Yeah.
Is RCMP like FBI with fun hats?
Yeah,
Fun.
that's it.
They don't all wear those hats, people. Stop laughing at our police people. They're not all on
they're
horses.
trying their best, okay?
Yeah, we're not in the 1930s anymore. We're not there. People still have this thing about horses and Canadian mounted police and mooses and all that. It's not like that. We don't live in like houses made out of wood anymore. That was like this before. Okay, so range anxiety. We talked about this a little bit, but I mean, this needs to not be addressed in the same way, because so far, range anxiety for police officers, if they're idling or if they're going somewhere, if they're at a Dunkin' Donuts, I don't know, they can just plug in while they wait. They can literally,
They stay there for long.
they just plug in. Yeah, you just plug in. They still ride horses. Yes, some of them do, but I mean, it's not like we see that every single day. Like, Sai, when's the last time you saw mounted police?
Was ages ago. I think in Montreal, like real mounted police mounted on a horse.
Yeah, in summertime, even here in BC, in summertime, like in Vancouver, you can see them. Like they're there, but they're not like only on horses.
Yeah,
we have cars,
Come on,
trucks,
guys.
helicopters. I mean, James
Yeah.
Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw one.
Yeah, not long ago we saw two guys on mounted police. Yeah, I think it was downtown Vancouver, because there was a game. I think
Oh, yeah, it was a game.
that there was a game for the
Excuse
bless
me.
you Sai, for the actual Canucks who lost
Yeah.
the series. They're not going further, so that's super sad for the people who do like hockey. So this is, yeah. If you want range, well, yeah, get a horse. But the problem is the horse not gonna go on the highway. I mean, it's not gonna happen. So you have two choices now. Either you get an ICE vehicle or you get an EV. And I think it would be wrong for the police to not, again, get on that horse, right? Get on the EV side of things.
Exactly. Wow, that's such a good pun.
Yeah.
You're so clever.
I am. Thank you, Sai. Okay, charging infrastructure. Like we were saying, if there was superchargers at, well, some special locations, that would be maybe police-only superchargers for them to be able to recharge super fast if ever they go further away. But keep in mind that usually the police patrol, they patrol near their actual, like, office. They don't go that far out. They don't drive like 2 hours to patrol there and then come back. Usually they stay in the kind of vicinity, and there's a lot of little offices of police everywhere in your city. So that would make a lot of sense. So RP says, I had a friend whose girlfriend was an officer. She was a mounted police. Well, yeah, but they don't mount all the time. That's what I'm saying. They can do other
They
stuff.
will always be mounted police. That
They're-
doesn't mean they're mounted on a horse 24/7.
Exactly, that's their name,
Yeah,
right?
that's the name. It's like, yeah.
They're called mounted police.
Is the bureau, FBI are always in a bureau?
No.
They're not, right? But
Yeah,
it's just a
that's
name.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. They're not always in a bureau. Same. So Snoopy says, I guess they would also ride moose if they didn't have a horse.
Stop it.
This is crazy. It's crazy. Poor Canadians. RCMP
Please.
should get a Cybertruck towing a horse trailer for chases. No, let's not go there anymore. It's over.
We're Canadians, okay?
We're totally
We
Canadian.
like our police.
Yeah, Canadians have feeling too. I mean,
Yeah.
we do, and probably I'm sure they're gonna stop using horses because like they're stopping using horses everywhere because animal cruelty. So it's not because they beat them or anything. No, they're super nice with their horses here, but it's just there's been these concerns about using horses for activities, and so it wouldn't really surprise me if horses weren't a thing anymore, even though they were before, and even though I'm pretty sure like the police horses are being treated really well. Still that like they stopped using horses in Montreal because of the tourist activities. So you could go on a horse ride thingy, but not on the horse, but in the carriage, like horse carriaging in the old port of Montreal. That was a big thing, but now it's not there. It's not there anymore. So maybe police will definitely switch their horses for electric vehicles, which would be better if you think about it. Douglas Doubtless says police cars are already 1,000 pounds heavier on average. Well, that makes sense because they need like a lot of things in them. Plus, they have like the cages on the front, sometimes on the back, right? So it's, I guess, I guess that makes sense. IRS on a bicycle would be scary than any of them. I agree. IRS, you know that IRS actually has some officers that shoot guns. It's a thing. It's true. It's true. I don't know if the CRA has that. I haven't seen them so far. But IRS has like as IRS officers, and these people are trained to go on ground, and so they have physical weapons. So that's really scary. That's really scary.
IRS.
They don't just come for your money. They come like with guns.
Yeah, they're just like a mafia almost.
The fuck? Yeah, maybe a government one.
I'm not US, so it's okay.
Because the RRS is RCRA. Same thing. Or
I like CRA. I like CRA.
Okay. Thank you for specifying. That you think you're not gonna get audited because of this no promotion?
I have nothing to be audited for.
just promote it so you don't get audited. So that being said, why police hate EVs? Well, so far they're doing the change towards electric vehicles. It's a slow change. Like I said, RCMP, which is our type of FBI, I guess, well, is definitely considering electric vehicles, and they're gonna keep on considering it because in 2035 all new vehicles sold in Canada have to be electric. So there is a point in time where there's going to be more electric vehicles on the roads than there are gasoline cars, if the law stays like that and if it goes that way. So Douglas Dauntless says EV police cars equals 7,000 to 8,000, so 7,000 to 8,000 pounds.
They only do 30 miles per day anyway.
They don't really like. When is the police gonna go on a road trip? I mean, it does not happen. They go on chases, yeah. Some of them, and again, maybe where it's at right now with electric vehicles, maybe do keep ICE vehicles for your chases. So when the chase happens, I mean, the closest ICE vehicle is gonna grab it. Probably the electric vehicle is gonna go too. I mean, you just want to act as fast as possible. That's the whole point of being like a police officer. But if ever something happens, you have both options. Still, they're gonna need to have both options. They can't not have them. The law is going in a way that there will be no more sold gas vehicles, so they'll have no choice.
That would be a good movie, you know, like Bad Cop, Good Cop, but you know, Bio Cop and you know, Normal Cop. There's one like gas and one super big.
So there'd be like one EV and one gas.
Yeah.
Loss of range and speed. Yeah, the heavier the car, of course, the faster the battery would deplete in that way, and then the faster you go, so the more you accelerate, the faster the battery depletes. Of course, it's the same thing as gasoline in that way, and that is why we're not saying that police is gonna.
So now we're like fat shaming cars.
Yeah, we
Only
are.
if you were thinner,
Yeah.
you wouldn't take so much battery.
It's true. That's why like some cars like the Aptera are like super light. You know, they're trying to do like carbon fiber, aluminum, like metals that are super, super light. RP says, should the police be ashamed because their cars are fat? Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. They're thick boned. They're not fat. Oh my god.
Yeah, you know that in like Auschwitz there was no fat people, right? So
That-
thick bone does not exist.
Cars have ears, they can hear, and apparently they have fat ears.
Lord, fat shaming cars. Poor cars. Okay, it's time for Sai's dad joke. Yeah, because we've been waiting for it for an hour and a half. And if you don't want to miss the next one, make sure that you subscribe to our channel because you're gonna get a lot more entertainment from us. Oh yeah. Sai, have you got one?
Yes. Why don't police officers ever make good DJs?
Okay, why do police officers often don't make good DJs? Because they skip a beat?
No.
Because they got to be on time?
No.
Because they can't hear from all the wee wee wee
No.
wee wee wee. No? Okay.
Because they always hit the siren instead of the beat.
Well, that's like this. Hair on. Okay, poor police says, see, we shamed a little bit the police. Police cars have so much personality. Yeah, they do. So Hummer EV has 9,000 leave and can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4 seconds. See, but then can it hold it in a long pursuit? That's the whole thing. I heard that Douglas Downless Lamborghini Urus perform it in the Dubai police car. Yeah, but in Dubai they have a lot of sports cars, so you have to have something that can beat the sports car.
Max Power was close. Yeah, that's pretty much the answer.
Yeah, he's right, huh? It's pretty much the joke.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the joke.
Pretty much.
Congratulations, Max.
Yeah.
You were like super
You have
close to it.
65%.
So Snoopy says so they like pacer cars. Yeah, exactly. So definitely you need a fast car if you're a police officer for chases, but not all police officers do chases. If you're on a horse and a chase in a car is happening, they're not going to tell you go chase the car with your horse.
Hollywood is responsible for all.
Yeah, Hollywood is definitely responsible for all of this. So now you know. Lamborghini used in Italy cannot hold prisoners. Yeah, that makes sense. It would just be too heavy. So you want to chase. You don't want to necessarily... No, you just... You wait. You wait for your friend. You wait for your friend. Call a
Yeah,
friend.
you take them to the desert, right? And then you're like, it's like take off their blindfold. Tell them to run.
Yeah.
And then you
that's-
take your car.
I think you got mafia and police a bit confused, but it's okay.
Where's Dubai?
We're gonna. It's Dubai. It's Dubai. We don't know what they do over there. You just take them to the desert, super mafia style. I'm Piper. This is
Side.
and we are here from Monday to Friday at 12 p.m. to bring you electric vehicle entertainment, because while you wait to purchase your first ever electric vehicle or for electric vehicles to be the new normal, well, we are here to entertain you. So, Sai, well, if you don't have any place for like people in the EV, you know, because like you need to like do other stuff.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, any stuff. You're a police car.
That's true.
So you're literally just taking